Hello. Hey, hi. Welcome. Uh, Stop by. No hurry, no hurry. Stay to see what I'm making today. Today I am preparing to make one of the Asian soup. Okay. It's it's not everybody's favorite, but it's like one of those soup that is well known in the community. Um, I I grow up sample this all the times, and first I didn't like it because the taste of the bitter melon. So the bitter melon, welcome. The bitter melon has its name, okay? It's bitter. It's not pleasant like regular melons. It's it's called winter melons or bitter melons. It looks like this. Well, I cut it because I wanted to save some time, okay? So you seen this before? It's called bitter melon. Okay. So it's to enjoy this, you would have to dive into the culture of bitter melon eaters, let's say, okay? Because it is bitter and a lot of people don't even appreciate or like, especially the kids. The kids never like it because the taste of it, okay? So I can understand completely. I've got to wash this. Give me a minute, please. So it's bitter as its name. So to do this, we gonna go ahead and make our ingredients. Okay, we're gonna be all fresh ingredient today. I have fresh ginger. I have fresh garlic. I'm not gonna use kalanga today or nor lemongrass because this type of soup is not. It's all about uniqueness. It's the flavor will come from the bitter melon itself. You won't miss it because it will derive completely from the melon. So it's gonna be bitter. And but if you like bitter food, then this won't be a challenge for you. My grandkids don't like it. They might eat the only the fillings, because what I'll do is that I'm gonna make fillings and we're gonna stuff this. Okay, we're gonna stuff this. So so what I did with this is that I cut it into smaller pieces, probably about 2 inches, and then I removed the seeds and the inner part of it, and then I not only that, I also blanch it. So you see that it's already been blanched. So I'm trying to minimize some of the bitterness from the melon, so you can go ahead and boil it ahead of time. It won't be depleted completely, but it's just ideal. It's just ideal of it's just the way am I doing it. Some people don't worry about it because my vegetarian friend here, she eat bitter melon a lot. And then and she be telling me, Vana, if you eat this right here, you will lose belly fat. And I try that. So I've been here over a month now. So it does work. But you're gonna have to like eating these here. I'll put it right here so you see what I'm talking about. Okay. So it worked. It's one of those plant that has natural probiotic. I mean, it also has some sort of medicinal value that burn the belly fat. Don't quote me on it, okay? I mean, it said it worked on her because she eat this all the times, and since I moved here about a month ago, she's been eating this every day. But Chinese people make this into tea. Okay, they get a whole bunch of this and they hydrate it, and yeah, I mean, if you don't believe me, you can find this at the Chinese supermarket. They have those things. But if you like bitter food, this is it. This gonna hit the spot. Okay, I learned to enjoy it. I like it tremendously. The way my friend prepare her, it's not in. Well, sometimes you put in the soup, the vegetarian soup, and a lot of times she just stir fried it, or she would blanch it or boil it, or yeah, it's pretty easy stuff. Okay, here we go. Let me remove this out of the way because I need this spot right here. I'm turning my kitchen around. My stove is on that side because when Lucy come home, she's typically very hungry, and if I'm in her way, she probably gonna eat me. So, just kidding. I want to have the respect when she come home. I want her to have the stove open so she can cook her food. Well, most of her foods are already cooked and packed in a fridge, and all she needs to do is to what she needs to do. All she needs to do is warm it up. So she shouldn't have to even use the stove today. But I need the stove to process and cook my chicken, my soup. Okay. Yes, so I'm gonna do this because I don't want chicken juice all over. Oh, I have what's gonna go in our fillings, the tube for this. Okay, I have shallot, cilantros, and I want some color, so I'm gonna do carrot. Okay, so I'm just gonna give us a nice balance of color. Ginger. And then I did the curl onion, scallion. Okay. You need carving knife and refine it. And then I soak it in cold water or icy water. Let's go dive into our main ingredients here. This is gonna be our fillings, okay? So I have with me. I started yesterday, but I didn't get chance to cook it. I didn't have chance to make it, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. I'm cooking collard green. Let me stir it, prevent it from burning. Because I wanted gailan for my next cooking demonstration, but they don't have it, so I bought some collard green, and I think I bought too much, so I have no choice but to make collard green out of it. Okay, so I yesterday what I did earlier is to I think I may have too much chicken. I had about a cup and a half of shrimp, dry shrimp. I may not use it all, but I'll freeze the rest. Okay, and then I have the sweet mushroom or shiitake mushroom that's already soaking. And then I have my cellophane noodles, the clear glass noodle, the one that I make pancit the other day. Okay, the reason I use the dry shrimp because it's give that nice flavor. If you don't like dry shrimp, then go ahead and do pork meat, chicken meat, or turkey meat. I know that pork, turkey, chicken are the preferably filling for this type of soup. Okay, or you can do or you can do a blender of tofu, soft tofu, and mix with other ingredients and stuff it in. Okay? But traditionally, this is a very close, authentic recipe as can be. Okay, without further do's, let me go ahead and start with our chicken. We're gonna grind the chicken today. Okay, we're gonna process it in the food processor. Excuse me. Because I didn't get the ground chicken. So I have my partner here. She's nice and clean and serviceable. So the whole idea is to get the chicken ground. Oh goodness, that's because I don't want extra cleaning. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and cut a chicken into smaller pieces so it's easier for this lady to function. I think she's getting old and it's hard for her to chew. She's I had her for about a year and a half now. We're gonna process our shrimp separately because I don't want it to be that refined. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put her gently in here. So I'll see how much shrimp I need. Okay, I'll let you know soon. Because I have about 2 pounds here. I may not use it all because my mom loved this soup, so I might make enough just left over for her so she can enjoy it. I make this before, for those who familiar with bitter melon or winter melons, or what you call it, bitter melon, winter melon. They had a few names. Then this will be something that you already done. So I would invite you to stay tuned. Anyway, I got some shrimp in there already because I wanna. There's not a lot of space in my fridge, so excuse me. So I compact everything in one container. All right, let me grind this much and see. We might need all, but let's say that we'll do half. Okay. If I have enough, if I have plenty, I can make egg rolls or spring rolls, egg rolls out of it. Okay, so it will be fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and use about 2 tablespoons of ginger. Because it's gonna help bring the aromatic flavor in our fillings. Some don't do fillings. They can cook this with spare ribs or pork ribs or pork bones, neck bones, and chicken bone, or the whole chicken. You can chop it up, whatever. It will be fine too. I'm gonna go ahead and add my shiitake mushrooms because and the shikari mushroom, it's pungent, but then once it blend in other ingredients, it will override it, so it doesn't smell as bad. But I actually gotten the fungus mushrooms, or the Cambodian call it the rat ears mushroom because it does look like a rat ears. Anyway, so let me put some garlic and other ingredients already. That way we can go ahead and blend it. Okay, I'm gonna do a whole lot of garlic because it just, ooh, it smells so good already. I haven't even cooked it yet. Oh my goodness, where all my tools go? Let me get my tool out. Okay, we're gonna do one tablespoon of chicken bouillon. We're gonna create some flavor, okay? Oh, where's my sugar? I got everything else. I'm sorry about that. Yesterday I made kangos of our dry bread. We'll do 1 tablespoon. This is teaspoon. Because I went to clear up the fridge, the freezer, so I took out the old bread and cut it up, and I make crouton about that much, and then I make some kangos for that'll be using toward my my next frying or baking project. Okay. All right, so we're gonna spice this up with about, this is half teaspoon, so I have 1 teaspoon of these great ingredients. Oh shoot, I forgot the carrots. I'm gonna put some carrot in there just to get the basic color. Okay, there you go. Let's blend this baby for a minute. I love this right here. She's so convenient. Oh my goodness. When I said she's good, she's good. I'm bragging about her. And it's very cheap for this too. So if it's breaking down, then it does break down, then you know what, get a new one. Don't go out and buy like a $400 or $500 food processor. It's too big, too heavy. You see, it's coming, right? It's coming right along. Hey, let me peek on it. Stuffed watermelon soup will serve this winter evening. It's so cold outside. It's about 31 or 36 degrees here in Las Vegas. I see some carrot coming out, but it's not turning as well. I think I put too much. Huh? Let me see. Find your stem. Okay, that's good. She must be free of obstruction. Okay. I need this bowl back. You know what I'll do? I'll grind all this. If I have leftover, then I can make egg rolls out of this. Okay. This is about the same ingredient for egg rolls. I don't like the way the mushroom is really too refined, so I'm gonna cook it. I'm gonna grind the chicken first, and then ground the mushroom separately, so that way it does not get smushy too much. I want to be able to tell that there's mushroom in there. Sorry, I should have done this earlier, but I will be touching this eventually, but I'm trying to avoid touching it as much as possible. I have gloves, so I can do that when I stuff it. Just want to welcome all of you. Chef Vanna, I'm so glad to have all of you. I am preparing winter melon soup, okay? Or bitter melon soup, if you're familiar with it. It looked like this. I chop it up. I had about 4 pieces out of one plant, one fruit. You know, it's a vegetable, but it's fruit. That makes sense? It don't make sense, but I don't speak enough English to know the other word for it. I just know that it's vegetable, but it's a fruit. Don't make sense, huh? No. I have dry shrimps that I soak for. I clean and soak for about 30-40 minutes to get it to soften, and we're gonna grind that also. Okay, so I'm gonna add some garlic, which I did on the other one. I think I did a lot, and we'll do some black pepper. I think I have a lot on that one already. We're gonna go slow on this. We're gonna blend this over again. So I didn't put any salt, so I'm gonna put some salt on this. So we're gonna do this half teaspoon. We'll do 1 teaspoon of chicken bouillon. And what did I miss? Nothing. Don't matter. Because I got some in there already. So for this thing to work, it had to click in, and then it had the little handle here. You have to flush the handle and press it gently. Oop. And she's done. See, it would save a lot of issue if we get ground chicken. But I like doing this. I have quarter leg. You can do pork also, okay, if you enjoy pork. But my sweetheart, he doesn't like to eat pork meat, so you can do turkey, you can do tofu. If you're vegetarian, you just do tofu, okay? And add a whole bunch of vegetable in it. That will work. So we have a lot. So we normally, if I have more than I need, I just roll it into a little ball and make soup out of it also. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and blend our shrimps. Okay, let me get my glove. I brought it out, but I don't know where I put it at. So I don't know. She got a small hand, but she ordered extra large glove. I just don't like it too much. Okay, here's the shrimp. So I'm gonna use about 1 cup of shrimps. Okay, this is half a cup. So if you don't like shrimp, please exclude it. You'll find. Okay. Now, what I don't use, I'll just freeze it or use it for another cooking. There you go. I was excited because I was eating this earlier. Okay, let me put some ingredients in there. Shrimp does smell very strong. It has like fishy smell. I don't have to add anything else because we have some flavor in here already. We just need to refine this. Okay, she's done. So I'm gonna pour her in here also because this is a combination. Okay, if you don't like dry shrimps, you just exclude it. You're fine. But this is traditional ingredients, so it does have dry shrimps in it or fresh shrimp. Either way, you'll be good. But dry shrimp is preferably. And you can find these dry shrimps in the frozen section of Asian food department or Asian food store. I don't think American carry them. I think the Mexican grocery store might have them, the tiny shrimps. I don't know, there's a lot of similarity that Mexican people do, like their tamales. We don't do tamales, but we do like other sweet cake and wrap with the bananas and corn husk and stuff. I mean, we like 2 parts of the world, but we have some similarity. Okay, so I still have mushrooms. Let me process the mushroom a little bit because it's going to be our flavor. Okay? And you might have enough garlic in there already. I didn't know I had a lot of mushrooms. So altogether, I think I have about half a cup of shiitake mushrooms. Perfect. So I think it worked better if it's prepared or grind separately, because it allowed me to see the size of the ingredients. I think I'm done with this blender. Let me unplug her and get her out of my way. I'm grateful for this little blender because look at that. It's so portable. It's so efficient. I think her blade is getting it needs to be resharpened, or unless she's still working, I'm not gonna worry about it. You know, it's still working. The blade gets a little dull. Okay, I'm gonna I'll go ahead and slide these already because I'm gonna be using this in the broth. Okay, I'm gonna boil about 1 cup of water in the pot, and boil ahead of time, so that way when I'm done with stuffing, the soup base will be ready. So I'm going to use this pot here today. Okay, let me start that with combining our ingredients, which is the red ginger. So I have a good amount, you know, maybe if I measure it, it'll be about half a cup of cut ginger. If I dice this, would be about the same amount. Okay. Sorry, I was working in the backyard today, and yeah, I did some work in it, so it's a lot of dust that I breathed in. I should have got my mask, but I didn't. So I'll suffer tonight. You know, it's going to be a little bit stuffy. So I'm going to go ahead and add some onions already. It doesn't have to be refined because we're going to be boiling this for a while and it's going to boil down, okay? So I'm going to have about, I'll do about 10 cloves of fresh garlic. Okay. I have this fresh garlic in the fridge, and it's the whole fridge smell like garlic. So if you don't want garlic to breed in the fridge, you can put it in a glass container or glass jar and seal it, okay? And the aroma of the garlic won't get released. Okay, let me go start the water first. I need about 10 cup, 8 cup or 10 cup. I'll try 8 cups. If we need some more, then we'll add some more, okay? So I'm using 3 of these 16.9 ounces. So if I add the fillings and the winter melons in it, and if it's still underwater, I can add another bottle. So I will end up with 4 of these, okay? This is 4 16.9 ounces. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, we're gonna blend this. I also have cellophane noodles, which is very common for this type of soup. Okay, it help with this clear noodle here. It help tenderize, not tenderize. It help the fillings. What do you call it? It fill up, and it add a very nice texture to it. And if some of you have been here when I was cooking this, the Filipino call this pancit, and the stir fry, you can make stir fry out of it. Also, you can make soup out of it, or you can have this as noodle soup. Yeah. It's the carb option. If you don't want the rice noodles, you can have this too. Okay, you can You can make pho, you can make noodle soup out of this. It tastes so good. It's a little different than rice noodle, because this is made out of cassava plants. Okay, the cassavas are the root. They're related to potatoes. Okay, let me see if I have enough. I need a bigger bowl. Huh? I don't have an in-between bowl. I have bigger bowl or a smaller bowl. I probably need a bigger bowl before I spill this all over. Give me a second, please. Well, my biggest bowl is on vacation. Oh, I forgot it's on the other. I don't know. This is probably about the same length. Shoot. Shoot, goodness. But it got handle. Oh man, I hate the stickiness. I just don't like the this glove here. It just not my thing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's not my thing. It's just like it's in the way. Okay, so I'm gonna need a little more of the noodles. So I use about, how many bunches is this? This is about 2 bunches. So if you buy a big bag, and then you had about six little individual bunches. Okay, so I use 2. And we're gonna blend this all together. Okay, so I have ginger, garlic, chicken bouillon, some sugar. I think I have 1 tablespoon of sugar. I can't taste the, I cannot taste this because it's chicken. Okay, and well, I can put it in the microwave or cook this, but I'm not gonna bother by it. But I don't need a lot of salt in here anyway, so I may add another tablespoon of salt. But then the shrimp is already had some. Mom. But the shrimps already had some. Hi.
I'll be back with my neighbor. Something's going on. I gotta go see what's happening.
Who?
Karen's wife.
She's not feeling good?
Little kid just been climbing the wall again. He busted. They broke their window.
Oh, huh?
The little kid, remember when the father looked out?
Oh, the one that Bong yelled at?
Yeah.
The parents don't really pay attention to the kids. Smells so good. Okay, so it didn't have enough carrots in it, so don't matter because I'm not about to blend any more carrot. But it had some color in it. If this is egg rolls, I will add a whole lot more of carrots. Okay, but because this is soup, it's going to be the filling, so it's a separate it's a separate incident. So I'm going to go ahead and add some green onions, or shallot. So these will help us find lovely color inside our fillings, okay? No, I'm about to give up on glove right now. I don't like. It'd be funny if I cook my glove, huh? pieces of plastic in the food. That's what I'm worried about. Hey, see, I'm not good at that. I'm not born in to do this kind of work with the glove. It's like, just like you're stuck in the traffic, you know, you can't move too fast. What an analogy. That's ugly analogy. Yeah. I might need more. I can add cilantro to it also. Well, I don't want to go too crazy with all kind of ingredients on here. I think green shallot will do. Okay. I can add a little bit more. It won't hurt me at all. Oh, this shallot here got expensive. Remember, it was 3 for $1 last year. Now is $1.14 per bunch. So it jumped from, that's like 99% jump. I'm like, well, it's winter, and then, you know, whatever's going on around the country, you can blame on whatever you blame on, you know, at the end, we need it, we have to pay for it, you know. And don't try to tell me that they don't have workers. Like in China, they don't have workers anymore. They use machine to harvest everything. I'm sorry, I'm collecting from the floor. I mean, not the floor, the counter. The counter is clean, super clean. I don't like to see food laying around. So in China, they don't use human to pick the vegetable anymore. They use the machine. America can do that. Americans are in far advanced in their technology, and I don't know why, you know. But then they probably feel that giving human job, that's what it. I think that's what it is. No. Now that they've been driven out of the country and other people don't want to work, and they can hire Cambodian. You know, Cambodian people, they're good farmers. They will work. I remember when my kid was little, on the weekend, I used to take them to the green bean fields and then just have the kid work. You know, and we went on public assistant. I work all the time. Well, I work full-time job, and they stay home with my dad. And my dad helped. My mom helped because my dad took early retirement, and so my mom, she stayed home to help with the kids. So on weekend, I would take them out to the field and just help them have the feel of not taking advantage of anything. You know, I want them to have a feel of responsibility in life. And then they're so adamant. They started throwing beans on each other. And by noon, we left like 5 in the morning. By the time we get to the field, it would be like 6 in the morning. So then they were tired. They always taking water break, food break. And they don't want to work, okay? First of all, they said, we don't want to work. And then by the end of the day, they make about $3. So they said, oh yeah, we got enough for one burger. Just burger, no fry, no fry, no soda. So yeah, work for food, $3. I think one bucket was like $5, so they didn't make a whole bucket. So, and then they have to worry and scream because the caterpillar was so big, green and big, and so it's like, it's so I remember them. I remember those memories still with me. They don't want to do it, you know. I mean, I came from agriculture family. My dad is a rice farmers, and we have family farm, we have family rice farm, we have garden also. And so the idea is to like overflow this thing so it looked like really, really nice when it's done. He had this meat poking out from this tube, okay, like it's overdue, like, yeah. So yeah, eventually I have to touch the chicken, but I have to wash my hand really good with soda and stuff, baking soda. Okay. Let me compress it a little bit because Want to make sure that the meat is stuck together. See, it didn't want to, but never mind. I'll press it from the top. Okay, be that way then. I guess hand will do a better job than this artificial hand here. It never worked. It never worked good for me. Okay, so I have my soup base going. It's simple and plain right now. I'm gonna add some chicken bouillon to it, to the middle, and create flavor, because the flavor gonna excrete it from this meat here, and it's gonna have that beautiful flavor. Okay, so I got one done so far. Okay. So if you don't mind glove, go ahead, but glove and I, we're not best friends. We weren't born together. We weren't conjoined. So we're not twins. So we can't work together. We have issue. Well, I don't know how Lucy got big size gloves. She has small hand like I do. She even shorter than I am. So I don't know how she get extra large glove that don't even work. I have a medium one that work better. So it's upstairs. I don't want to make another trip. You guys be yelling at me like, stop going around. Shoot. Do your cooking right. You know, stop walking. So here we go. So when we boil this for about an hour, hopefully within an hour and a half, or until the meat inside the meat tendered, until this bitter melon or winter melon cooked completely. Okay, it have to be tender, and this won't fall off. I promise you that. I did this many times. In my entire life, I probably make this like 100 times, you know, because it's Cambodian food. So my mom, she loves it. I like it too, you know. I mean, I enjoy the bitterness of the bitter melon. And when my friend, she should be here in a minute, and she's a vegetarian, so she's trying to convert me, but she didn't know that I'm a vegetarian also. But I have to take a long break from eating vegetarian, because I have some hemoglobin issue many years ago. So I have to be putting back on the carnivore diet. Which is, I don't mind, you know. I can eat I can eat chicken, fish, and seafood, and occasionally red meat. Well done. I like well done red meat if I do make red meat. And no, I don't like goat. I do not like goat meat. I do not like lamb meat. I just don't like I just don't like the game smell, you know, the game smell, just like the duck. I can handle duck okay, but I have to remove certain part of duck that would that bring all that unusual smell, you know. I mean, I can't stand it. I love roast duck, but when I take a bite of that oil from the duck, I'm like, that's it, I'm done, you know. It's just like, I don't know. And then I was at the other grocery store. They even sell duck oil. I'm like, oh, what you do with duck oil, you know? Yeah, I'm like, no, thank you. I stay away from anything that smell gamey. Hi, Lucy Dancer. You want a co-host? Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Next time, okay? I appreciate you. Hey, someone sent me some heart there. I appreciate that. Heart is always like the best thing ever. You want to come on? Hi. Welcome to my cooking show. This is Chef Anna. So sabay. I'm making bitter melon soup. What are you doing? You're gonna be dancing? Oh, great. Nice move. Dancing will keep you fit if you dance regularly. I used to do ballroom dance. It was too many years ago. Let me see. How many can I put on the screen? Oh, you want to come on to my cooking show? Are you cooking or you just want to be dancing? Oh. So where you at? You at the field? You at the field? What you do at the field? You at the farm? Oh, how's Pakistan? Good, beautiful. So what you do? Are you at the farm? You live on the farm? Ah, okay, that's interesting. So are you at the safe area? No shooting? You safe over there? Hmm? You pretty safe? Oh, so somebody from Pakistan. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna have extra meat, okay, which is fine. I can have leftover, and I can roll into balls and cook it separately. I mean, cook it, add it into the soup. That'll do also. I did that all the time, and that's why my grandkid would come in and eat the extra uh, meatball. Yeah, okay, chicken ball. See, the hat look better. I'm telling you, like, I'm not making up story at all when it come to glove. You know, there's a food handling glove. That one is horrible. It make noises. It makes scratchy noises, and it don't even fit. They only make one side fit all, but then my hand don't fit all because my hand is small hand. So they want to make fit all for every type of hand, and that's not cool, you know. I mean, if it's stretchy, it's fine, but it's not stretchy, you know. I mean, if it's nylon, like nylon is stretchy, then you can say one size fit all. But then I think they miss the concept. How is it one size fit all when it's not stretchy? It's not spandex where, you know, it retract. One size fit all meaning that it fit the small, the medium, and the large. Here you got a small hand go into the big food handling glove and it make all kind of hissy noises. I'm like, no, it's not for me. I throw it out all the time, which I don't like. So where do you go, lucky dancer? You left. You out of internet? Somebody requests to be on here. He's a young man from Pakistan. And I don't even know if Pakistan at war or at peace. I'm just asking question. Maybe he got mad at me. He left. Well, it's good to see that Cambodia finally come to have some peace, which is nice. It's something that we wanted. I don't live in Cambodia, but it affects me and my family. Well, I have family in both countries, okay? I got more in Thailand than in Cambodia. In Cambodia, only my aunt family and extended family. But in Thailand, I have both sides of family from grandma and grandpa sides. So, and I'm trying not to be unfair, you know. I want to be fair with both countries. But then they have Asian game going on in Thailand, though. I heard that it didn't turn out too good. The participation was low because, you know, Thailand has been under, they had severe flood for the last 4 months. So the water has not even receded. Even it is, and it just left just a big mess, the pile up of the car and the residue. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, so don't mind all this extra. It's gonna be pretty. Okay, so all the debris and all the and the cars and the buildings and all the junk. Okay. And they now said that over 1,000 of people died as a result. And this one person is so sad because he was saying that he was stuck on the roof. My hand is dirty now. Lucky dancer, I can't touch the screen. So thank you. So he got stuck on the rooftop with a dead body for 17 days. Imagine, you know, the body decay, and he was brave enough to even keep the body in, like on the very top floor. I think his house had 3rd floor. The water receded. I mean, the water reached about 2nd floor. So I think they stuck on the 3rd floor with a dead body, dead family member. So that was so sad, you know what I mean? For 17 days before the rescue can't come in, the food can't come in, the water can't come in, and they can't drink the water. There's no electricity, there's no food. They ate whatever that they can grab before the water rised up. And then before the rescue came, you know, I mean, people die. That's how you deal with that, you know. So I'm gonna do just a few more. I'm not sure. If I make too much, then I will have to find someone to help me eat this, unless you guys come over and we can eat this together. Yeah. Smell the shrimp though, and the shrimps and the garlic and the ginger roots. Oh, it smells so awesome. So so this is Cambodian food, okay? I know that because we make this all the time, but when I went to Thailand, I don't remember if my Thai family make these or not, but a few other things they make are similar, okay? Just like what I want to do tomorrow, I have options because tomorrow is Sunday, so I might do Christmas cookie. I might do Christmas cookie because I think I have enough cooking. My daughter yesterday, she make bún bò vê, which is the Vietnamese noodles I told you about. It was, and then I still have half of a pot. So, and I don't have space to keep all the food here too. So once it's done, I will have to deliver to my other family. Oh, look at my heart today. I have about 1,000 hearts. Wow, TikTok people, give your heart back. I wish I can do, if my hand is free right now, okay? So I can give you heart back, and oh, look at that. I got some thumb up on my YouTube also. So I have a dual screen, okay? That's who I have here. Anetra, welcome. Oh, no, it's not pepper. It's the winter melon or bitter melon. Okay, it's well, you can stuff the bell pepper. It'll work also. Okay, but this is a traditional Cambodian soup. Because it's getting real cold here, and my sweetheart, he was looking at one of my videos where I make these, okay? I think it was short videos, not short video, it was pre-recorded videos. It's only about 19 minutes, so I chop and edited everything. So I don't know, I think I have enough. Okay, what I do with this is that I will make maybe it's the fried spring rolls, not egg rolls, spring rolls. Okay, we use a spring roll sheet and involving steaming it and then fried it to perfection. It's called igung. I think it's igung is a word derived from Chinese. I think. Okay, I don't know what the meaning of it. That's the name of the particular food. So let me wash my hand for now, and I'll turn you around that way where the stove is, because I'm not close to the stove. I'm at the end of this table because I expect Lucy gonna be here hungry, so I don't want to be in her way. And she started early, she come home late. Sometimes she want to eat, and when I'm in her way, she don't want to be on camera. You know, people don't want to be on camera. I'm the only one that crazy about being on camera, whether my hair is up or my hair is down, whether my hair is do. I always be doing camera, so I'm used to it now. Before, I don't be on camera either. It take a little bit of practice. Okay, and let me wash my hand. I got chicken on this. Okay, I still need to use my hand for touching the chicken, so I just washed the extra chicken off my hand. Let me turn your camera other way so you can see that my pot is boiling right now. Let's visit on the other end. Let me stop the charger. Let me bring you over. I have to put you away from the stove a little bit because someone already suggest that when we do cooking near the stove that we shouldn't put our device near the stove because it can cause a health issue. I mean, it can cause the explosion. Okay, so here we are. Let me turn you over this way, over that way. You good? Okay. Oh, my light is over there. I hope you have enough light. Well, I'll bring it this way. I'll bring all ingredients over because I have to build the flavor for the soup, because soup is bland right now. It's just water only. There's nothing in it. Save for the garlic and the ginger, and it smells so good. You know, ginger, something magical about ginger is that it just like, you know, the aroma is so wonderfully, it's the aroma is so incredibly important for this soup here, okay? Because that's all ingredients the fresh ingredients I used, and we're gonna add some chicken bouillon and some sugars and some salt, and I'm not gonna use any fish sauce, okay? So this cooking is basically very bland, save for there's not pungent smell of fish sauce or anything like that, because these ingredients here purely salt and pepper kind of flavor. Okay. What else do I need? we're gonna use about one fourth teaspoon, because I'm gonna add it. Go in there, and we're gonna do the chicken bouillon. We're gonna do about 1 cup first. I'm not sure how this is. It has some salt in it because I already add some in the meat, so I'm gonna do about 1 teaspoon. I think we're good. And I do 1 tablespoon of sugars because remember winter melon is bitter, so sometimes sugar help like be the judge of allow this ingredient to work together to balance the taste, the bitterness of the winter melons. Because the water is already boiling, I'm going to increase the heat intensity. It's still under salt, low salt. Let me add some salt too. The chicken bouillon, not too bad. It's not even salty at all. I mean, I sample it. I'll do 1 teaspoon. Okay, this is 1 tablespoon, so I use half. So I might need another bottle of water, which is the 16.9. Is it 16.9? 19.6. Excuse me. So it's the 16.9 fluid ounces. Okay, this regular water bottle. It's still under taste, but we still have a lot of flavor from the chicken and the dumpling here, so we're not gonna worry about over seasoning it. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and put our dumpling in. I mean our fillings. I mean our winter melons. Now we don't have to stir this, okay? We're gonna leave it boiling as is. I think definitely I need another bottle of water. We'll see how it goes. If everything's submerged, then I don't need to. But if the vegetables are not submerged, or the meat are not submerging, and then I will have to add more water, which is okay. It's gonna boil quickly. Oh, it looks pretty already. Oh, this is gonna be a big pot. I'll take some to my mom. My daughter loves this also, so we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna cook some rice when I'm done. Put this in the pot, okay? Because we're gonna serve it with rice. And typically, in Cambodian culture, that if we make soup, then it'll be followed by 2 more courses, which it could be meat, fish, chicken, or beef meat dish, and more or another vegetable dish. So the rule is at least 3 main courses served on the table. Okay, but to do all that, I would like, no. You eat this and that's all you need. You're not Royal Highness, so we're not gonna treat you like one. Not today. So, okay. it looked like I would need another bottle. Okay, because it did not submerge. Okay, it did not submerge. So for me, I think it's about right. You know, I mean, if I add more water, then I have to add more flavor, because when we add more liquid and it dilutes, and but if I manage this, I probably not need water. Okay, oops, I used that already. Let me move the meatball around, the chicken ball around, and it'll fit. I just want the I just want the winter melon to submerge, so that way it cooks better. In fact, the chicken ball, I can remove it from the pot right now if I like, and I'll add it in like the next 30 minutes or so. Okay, because this is gonna cook quickly. If I cook it too long with the winter melon, it can get overcooked and it won't taste good. So I'm gonna remove it, and we're gonna put it back maybe 15 minutes or 20 minutes before we done with the rest of the ingredients here. I mean the rest of the soup here. Okay, I think I have all the chicken ball. So now that it's managing, it's submerged, and everything's submerged, so which is good. And I'm gonna close this to allow it to cook intensely, or cook with intense heat. Okay. I'm not gonna touch it because I don't want the meat to fall off from the. I don't want the filling to fall off from the winter melons. Okay, so it's submerged right now. So I don't need extra water. If I do add extra water, and then it'll be more and too much soup, and I don't want it that much. All right, I'm gonna leave ingredient up here for a little bit. Once the meat get chance to blend in, mixing in really well, and I sample it and see if I need any more ingredients into the soup broth. Okay, so today I still have the bún bò vê, which is the the Vietnamese noodle soup. It's not pho. Okay, it doesn't serve with the rice noodle, the flat rice noodle. This served with round rice noodle, different texture, which is really good. It's very flavorful. So I ate a big bowl, so I'm not hungry. So right now this is like useless to me because I'm not even hungry. So when you're not hungry, nothing look good, nothing look appealing, but I'm cooking it. Okay, so let me tell you what I'll do tomorrow. I wanted to do the amok. The amok is the Cambodian and Thai or Laos. We share a similar recipe, okay, and involving preparing the curry fish and steam in the banana wrap or the banana bowl, which I can create them. I got the bananas, I got the banana leaves, yes, and also the ingredient are ready to go. But then I already have this much food, I already cook more than the, the fridge is like so packed. So I don't want to cook any more food until it's consumed. Oh, it's boiling hard. I'm gonna put low, medium high. Allow the the bitter melon to cook slowly. So I would say that will be about an hour of cooking. So the time is 7:36. I put that in about 6-7 minutes ago. So by 8:30, I think we should be done. Okay. So what we can do in the meantime, okay, I can log back on here and show it to you, or what story would you like to hear? So I already answered that. It's not pepper stuffing, it's winter melons. So let me see, who am I having today? Oh my goodness. Thank you for the heart. I wonder, I used to be able to send heart back and it won't let me. I wonder what happened to TikTok. Let me go wash my hand a little bit better because I really need to get the chicken out of my skin. Okay, give me 1 second, please. But thank you so much. I have a lot of people on here. I'm so pleased. So I'm making winter melon soup, stuffed winter melon soup, and I also make extra chicken ball, okay, because I might finish all of it. I have a little bit left, but then I might not. I may do the rangoon or the higung, which is the fried, involving steaming and frying the rolls. It's really good. It's a little sophisticated, but it's so much fun preparing it. Okay, so I'm gonna add this in. I already start cooking it, and you see the noodles already cooked. So yeah, they're looking so cute right now. So while we're waiting for this, let's move to the other side. Let me wash my hand. I smell the chicken. Give me 1 second, please. I just want to show you my hydraulic garden, okay? Because in the backyard is nothing, rocks and pebbles and cement. So with the scallops, you can use bigger jar in this, and then you just cut off that long. Okay, see that? Okay, too much water in this. So my sweetheart, he loves plants, but he can't keep plant alive too much. So you just cut off, and then you cook with the rest, and then you plant these. And my friend Lucy, she already cut and make food out of it and put in her cooking. So I think I need a bigger jar. Eventually I will put some dirt into it and make a windowsill garden. That part, that space right there, it gives such a perfect sunlight early morning and then like a mid-afternoon, so it get full sunlight. And then I have here I started this with just the stem from the store, and I trim it off and allow it to grow, so it's rooting really good. So I can have this, but it started to flower already. If I wanted to, if I want to promote more grow, I just pick off this flower and allow it to grow more branches. I think I'll get new pots and some indoor dirt and plant this soon. It's coming really good. I cut off here, and then these are the new branches come out. Okay, so this is the natural grow of any kind of Asian herbs or American herb, is that if you cut it at the right angles, it'll grow. Okay, so as you see that I I started with, if I see a mature branch such as this, okay, so this is the Asians we call it basil. Okay, so we put this in salads in a lot of our meat dish. So you see that these are healthy roots, and this day I learned that the farmers able to invent, like they call hydraulic farm, where they don't grow fruits or vegetables on land anymore. They grow they create the hydraulic system and just let the vegetable dangle into the water, and there's no dirt involved. So I thought it was kind of cool, and so, and then I have the mints here. It grows. Okay, and then of course the green shallots, it grows so quick too. You see that? So you want to cook out of it and just cut where the old cut is right here, and it'll grow back. Okay, so you just cut it off here and it'll grow back, and that's what happened to Lucy using her cooking, and a few days ago, so it grew back quickly. So in that side of the window, it, like I said, it had full sun in the morning and noon and mid-noon, so allow the plant to grow. So I started filling up with the snake plants. It helped purify the house. So I have the cuts of snake plants. Okay, so I had it at that window before I moved here. This is about 2 months old, so I already had new. So I make cut from this plant here, so like that. Okay, so you do the zigzag cut, and then just put in the water and allow it to grow in the sun. So here's the baby come out from the mother plants here, the mother leaves here. So this is very healthy plants here, and she will do well in the water. The one I have in my other house in my bedrooms, I didn't bring it, and it's so big, it's so long, it's like big like this. So I put it by the window. I didn't cover my window, so it had full sun also. So these, I might put it in the pots, and when I put it in the pot, it allowed it to grow a little bit better because the proper nutrient it needs for it to grow. Okay. You lotion, สบายดี. No, I'm not lotion, but I work in Stockton, California for 35 years. So in Stockton, California, there are a lot of Lao people. So because I speak Thai, I was able to distinguish between the diphthong, the high note, the low note. So I able to speak in Lao สบายดี ยินดีต้อนรับ I'm not Laos. I am a native of Cambodian. I was born and raised in Cambodia about 11 years, and when the war struck, I searched refuge in Thailand. I'm a Thai descent. Both my grandparents are from the Nakhon Ratchasima, Korat area, and they migrated in Cambodia like in late 1800s, and where the family began to farm and prospered, and didn't return home until the Khmer Rouge taken over. So during the Khmer Rouge, my mom and dad took us back to Thailand, and because of being born in Cambodia, I have no Thai nationality, and my dad was the only Thai citizen. My mom was born in Cambodia also. So then we were forced into refugee camp. We lived in a refugee camp for 5 years before coming to America. So yeah, when I crossed the border to Thailand, I was about 10, and we didn't get out of refugee camp until I was about over 17 years old. So when I came to America, you know that American school system for high school kids, 18 would be the senior year. And because I don't have formal education. So Lincoln High School has been so generous with me, kept me for 4 years until I graduated. So I graduated at 21 and a half. I was the oldest kid to graduate from Lincoln High School in Stockton, California. So with that, I owe them so much gratitude for keeping me there, in despite of all the little fight here and there, because, I have to fight because I didn't have other way to deal with all those criticism, all those stigmatism, because people think that we're all Vietnamese, we look like Vietnamese, so they call us name. And I don't know why I'm so offended with being called Vietnamese, because we have stigmatism, stigmatized by the culture gap in Cambodia to start with, Vietnamese and Cambodia, we are not always good neighboring, we in Vietnam, there's the history go back, okay, so there's a lot of venomous feeling to each other. So after communists taken over, and I still feel the resentment, and every time when I'm being called Vietnamese, because American only known Vietnam due to the Vietnam War, because Nixon sent a whole bunch of military to fight in Vietnam to give the support to South Vietnam to overthrow the communism, or to overcome the communism. But then we didn't win the war. The Vietnam, now they commingle, they become camaraderie without fighting now, after all that fighting, all that bloodshed and all that stuff, now everything is mutual now. They should have done that before we even get in and got involved. So it was a big failure and a lot of casualty, a lot of life loss. And as a result, then it spread it. The Vietnam War spread it into Vietnam, not Thailand. Thailand is not, because Thailand got lucky because it's bordered by Cambodia and Laos. So it didn't affect Thailand at all. Thailand was just like the yolk in the egg, it's just like in the cubicle where it's not being harmed. But then Cambodia affected badly by the internal Civil War. It started with this smart guy. He went to educate in France and in China and I think in Vietnam also, how to become a communist leader. And then he turned the whole society into year zero, which means turn everything into agrarian culture, turn everybody into farmer, kill anybody who had signs of education, any kind of dignitarian background or family systems, or they kill everybody. That they kill the doctor, the lawyers, the military, the nurse, the teachers, anybody who can parlez-vous français, they get rid of all of it. Same thing for my family. Is about 150 of my family was slaughtered. So I just got lucky, crossed over to Thailand before they taken over. My mom was smart. My mom can smell the dead fish before the fish die. I said, oh no, that don't sound good, because we are driven out of our village into the wilderness, and that was like the very front lines where Pol Pot started to what do you call it, recruited their force. Okay, so they go into the village and gather all the villager and take them into the wilderness and leave their home, leave the village, leave the rice field to live in a desolate or work camp. Okay, so our family got driven into the work camp too, but then this is like before it started to force everybody to work on the field. So my mom said, oh no, so we make that miracle escape that one dark night. I don't know how we crawl out of the jungle without being caught. There was about another 8 family and a lot of herds, and it was oxen cart. It was, the wheel was like rolling and there's noises. And then, they didn't hear us moving until like the next morning when they do the roll call and the field was empty and they look at the trails and, oh, somebody had made escape. And they went after us, but then we were like, we had crossed to the other side, and we prepared for departure for Thai border. So someone had escaped, and they were saying that some of them who tried to escape, after that they got caught and they unalived them. So we got really lucky. I don't know how we even escaped through that a dark night and driving the oxen cart through the dark, through the jungle without running into the snake run into the tree, you know, and then the unfortunate thing happened when we're crossing the river. I lost grip, so I got drowned. I got swept by the tide, and when I woke up again, I was turned upside down because people don't know how to do CPR and all that resuscitation. So to save someone from drowning, so they turn them upside down, you know, hang them upside down, and then they built fire to give the warmness. And so I woke up and I'm like, I'm upside down, and you know, I was drowned. So that's why I have fears of to be in water. If I do swimming, I'll go to the kiddie pool. Very pathetic, but still am. I'm an adult now, you know, I'm a grandma, but I still fear of water. But for the Lao cultures, I know a little bit about Lao cultures because I have a lot of friends that are Laos. Let me put this back. Okay. So there's about 5,000-6,000 of Laotian people live in Stockton, California, and spread out throughout California, Southern California, North California. I mean, majority of the Hmong tribal people, they live in Fresno, they live in Merced, where it's an agriculture area. So I work with a lot of Hmong people also, but I never speak Hmong languages, and I don't know why, because I grab Lao language so quick. You know, before I only speak Thai, I speak Korat. First, my family speak Korat accent. It's a little bit different than a Bangkok accent. Okay, so when I started hearing the Lao accent or the Lao tonations, I started to recognize that, oh, okay, you know, so if I use the high note, the low note, so it'd be like, you know, you swimming, just like the fish swimming. It's not like swim straight like that. So with the Lao language, you have like a dip, you know, high note, short note, long note. So with my being educated in Thai school, so I become literate in Cambodian, in Laos, in Thai, in English. So I'm fluent in 4 languages. So I'm blessed with being a polyglot. You know, it takes a lot of work, and and that's what take care of me and the kids. All these languages. I work in the community where all the languages are being implemented. So if they hire a Lao speaking person, a Cambodian, a Thai speaking person, so they have to hire 3 people, the one that can speak English. So the 4 languages. If they hired me, I do all the languages, so it's like self-sufficient. So I work in a community. I love Lao food. I love Lao cultures. I have a lot of Lao families that are like attached to me. Now, even I'm not in the area, I'm in Las Vegas now. I still have family still calling me,น้อง, help me, you know, do this and do that. So I still get a lot of family calling me. So I do. I'm not with the community anymore. I work as freelance interpreter. So a lot of time with the need Lao languages, I still get referrals. I still get assignments to do Lao interpreting. I'm still currently work with a gentleman who live in Sacramento. So he has a disabled child who's in special school. So the school will call me all the time for interpreting, because the dad been here a long time, but he's an older gentleman and he didn't speak a lot of English. I mean, he speak okay English, but not good English. So they be calling me all the time. I'm still doing a lot of interpreting for Cambodian client also. So with all this work I do, it helped allow me to keep the languages, and it was so wonderful when I went back to Cambodia. My family was surprised that I would still speak the language eloquently. Okay, it's not like just hi and bye. I work as an interpreter. But someone have to be fluently to be able to work as an interpreter. I have a lot of compliment from my clients, because during my absences, the agency went to hire somebody who's not allowed descent and tried to do interpreting. They said, "Oh, bring Vanna back because we don't understand this person." So I get a lot of compliment. Even I'm work with the native Lao people. They don't know that I'm not Laos. When I tell them I'm Cambodian, I said, "Oh, you speak really well." Yes, yeah. The story is beautiful. It's beautiful because the people who are benefit from the languages. Um, I work in a community where we provide all the social services in Stockton, California, in San Joaquin County. And a lot of time I do a lot of interpreting in the Bay Area. I'll be driving hours to my assignments, Oakland, Vallejo, and sometimes it's even in San Jose, sometimes in Woodland, sometimes a 2 hour drive. Sometimes, well, now it works different. Now they do everything is virtual call. Before we have to drive to the location, they will cover for the traveling expense and all that, and they pay handsomely for on-site interpreting. Now with after COVID-19, people started to think outside the box. Now we don't have to be present to be able to provide interpreting. Now everything is on virtual call. It can be on Google Call, it can be on Skype, can be on WhatsApp, can be on YouTube, not YouTube, Facebook. So it makes interpreting more interesting, more efficient. All we need is just phone and internet. And when I was in Thailand, I was able to work from Thailand for the whole month. I didn't miss a day of working. All I need is internet and a phone, and then put my client on, and then be able to get things done. So internet is important in the work now. Before to do interpreting, I have to drive hours and stay hours, and if I at the court interpreting, and if it's criminal cases, it can be month. If it's just like Social Security hearings or any small claim hearings, or even doctors visit or consultations, only a couple hours, and it's minimal. So how do I feel about being polyglot or multilingual kind of person? I feel blessed. I never know that until someone tells, "Oh, Wanda, you're lucky." Pope John, he speaks 4 or 5 languages, and that because Pope, he's a very educated man, so he had the money to attend school, and he was fluent in Greek, in French, in Latin, in his Spanish, French, Italian, I don't know what else, but then I think Pope, the last Pope, I think before the last Pope, the other Pope, the Pope 8, I think he speaks about 8 languages very fluently. I heard his sermon. I'm not Catholic, but I do listening to good sermon. I'm a Christian by conversion. I left my rings. Let me grab it before I forget. Because the chicken, I have chicken in my ring, so I'm have to clean it thoroughly. Let me place it here, because I lose it all the time. But anyway, so I feel blessed to be able to dialogue in different languages, especially when there was a time where, thank you, it's a beautiful testimony, because I lived through it. I've been through it. I love Lao people. The first time, that Cambodian people are not the sticky rice consume societies, right? We consume long grains. So sticky rice we only consume in making dessert. But when I met the Lao people in the community, I started to make friends. I started to have clients that really truly need the services, and they're so good to me. And I remember this lady, she just got from the camp, and her husband was a paraplegic, and he would need all kind of medical services, and she was referring to my agency for the language and interpreting and the transportation. So I remember I have to drive him and her to San Francisco Medical Center, Stanford, and it's a long drive, and I'll be interpreting for them, and through that ongoing work with the family, we become like family. And then she started cooking for me, and she'd be delivering food, and she started making sticky rice. So this is when I started eating sticky rice. So I'm getting familiar with sticky rice because Khmer people, Cambodian people, are known as Khmer people also, and that we do our main staple is long grain. Okay, but in the Lao, in the Lao societies or the Lao community, they consume sticky rice as their main staple. Same thing. So they soak it, as you've seen, I did that before. We soak it for a few hours or overnight, it depends, and then we steam in the bamboo basket. And then we had the little bamboo basket to keep it warm and safe, and then eat with meat and with soup, and then the gel bong, which is the pepper paste. It was like real so good. It was prepared in a way that's like you just dip the sticky rice into it, and that's all you need. You don't even need meat, right? So this lady, I don't know where they're at. When I moved to another town, I lost touch with her. I think her husband already had gone beyond. I'm trying to look under the last name and get a hold of one of the kids. I don't see the last name pop up on Facebook, but I'm still searching for them. One of these days, I will meet people again. I met people that I have not met for years, people who recognize me from 34 years ago. 40 years ago, when I used to help the family when they're just a little girl, it's so amazing how people recognize even my voice. Last year well, I moved here in 2020, and I in Las Vegas community, it had a very small demographic, Cambodian demographic. So I wanted to make friends. I wanted to find out where all the Cambodian people live. So somebody suggested, oh, you should go to the Cambodian temple. You should go to the Thai temple. You should go to the Laos temple. So I started the Cambodian temple on the Lent day. So I went and I make donation. I brought food. Now I'm not Buddhism, but my mom is, so I accompanied my mom to the temple. I wanted to make and meet some Cambodian who live in Las Vegas. So I met a few. So I make a few friends here in Las Vegas. Amazing. And then I do some work here too. People come to me for interpreting. I help them process the green card, the citizenships and all. So I started a little community in here, but it's not as it's not like influx, like in Stockton, California, or when it was Fresno or Modesto or somewhere there, the Central California pack, and you go Southern California, will be an influx of Vietnamese and the Cambodian also, and Thai, and they have their own beautiful Buddhist temple. So I have some connection here in Las Vegas, and so I make some good friends here. I met some amazing people, and then I run into an old friend of mine. I had her on Facebook all these years, and we never really converse. We never talk. And then one day I went to AT&T, and I saw this beautiful young lady. She wear jade medallion. So I went over and talked to her in English, and so I asked her, because she looked Vietnamese. I didn't know she's mixed between Cambodian and American. So she, between their beautiful young lady. So she said, no, I'm Khmer, I mean. So then we started talking, and then so she asked me where I came originally from. I told her I'm from Cambodia. I mean from Stockton, California. And then she mentioned her, did you know so and so? The last name So, last name So, S-O. So I said, yeah, I do. Well, my mom, her name is the same last name. And then she put on the phone, and there was somebody that knew me from high school. We arrived from the camp about the same time. We lived in the same neighborhood. We attended high school. So then we rekindled the relationship. So what an amazing incident was, one time when I was at the temple, I was just talking to random people. People started to show up at the Lent day, the New Year days, and so it was about 300, 400, 500 people show up at the New Year's for the dance, for the festival. So I started to meet more people, and I got introduced to the man who was part of the Buddhist board members. So I was introduced to him, so he started introduce me to the community. So I know quite a few now. So if I go to a temple, I would have people come up to me. So one one amazing memory that I had at the temple was that I was just talking to random people, and all of a sudden, I heard a voice say, "Bang Vanna." So first I didn't hear. I'm hard of hearing, so it take a little struck. "Bang Vanna." So I turned around and I was looking at this young lady. She smiled at me, and I smiled at her. I said, "Yes." So I was just looking at her. I said, "Oh, you know my name. You know my first name." "Yes, I know your first name. I know who you are, and I remember your voice too." 40 years ago, you remember my voice? I said, "Yes, because you didn't age much, so I still remember you. But I was just a little girl when I met you. You came over to my family and you helped my mom and dad. My mom and dad are gone now. Remember, you came, you helped us getting apply for the welfare, for the medical, for the food stamp when it first came, the settlement program. You got us the housing, you got us the medical, the food stamp, you got us to school, and you even take my mom and dad to the doctors and all that." So I remember you. So I don't no, you don't remember me because I was a little girl, but I noticed you, and I recognize your voice too. I said, "Oh my gosh, 40 years ago, that young lady recognized me." But that's not the first lady who does that, though. I was at the meeting one day. I was sitting in like an oval table. So this is before, I think this is like 2008. So at the time I worked as interim executive director for APSRA, Asian Pacific South Development. It is an Asian organization that serves the community. I would need another bottle of water because it receded. Give me a second, please. So I was sitting, we just strategizing about the agency and all that. All of a sudden, this young lady stood up and said, "Oh, I know her, I know her." She was pointing at me like, "Oh, tax collector." No, I didn't owe tax, so why am I worried? So, "I know her, I know her." I said, "You know me?" And said, "Yes, Giovanna. I remember you. I remember you back in the day when you and the Child Protective Service and a whole lot of police come to my house and remove us from the family because stepdad had violated them sexually." So I think he impregnated one of the girl. So there's two sisters. So we got referral from the school. So we went to the house and removed the kid from the home, especially the two girls that was sexually assaulted. So mom was not very helpful. She didn't believe the allegation. So the night that the old man got in trouble was his wife was at the hospital having another child of his, but then this woman had two kids from the previous, and they were teenager, so they sleep in a room. So they told me that and that night when mom is not home having a child at a hospital, they know the old man gonna come in and violated them sexually. So they scared of him because he told the girl that if he ever talk or tell his mom about it, he'd be unalive. So the girl believed him. So he been doing this year after year, and I think one of the girl got pregnant. And before that, so the story went that so the girl got scared because the mom are not home and the old man gonna come into the room again. So they planned some thumbtack on the floor, on the floor. By the bed. So when the old man sneaked into the room, he had the key into the room, and he stepped on thumbtack, and he was irritated, and he was going to kill the kids. And so the kid ran out of the house and went to get help. So the police got the custody, but then take them into custody, not custody, take them into safe house for the kids. So the next morning we have to do a house call and get the court order to get the stepdad. And so when the mom come home, she completely ballistic. She didn't believe the girl. She said that the girl make up the story, but then a month or two later, we found out that one of the girl was pregnant. Hi, Lucy.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. I'm gonna move over there so you can cook. Okay, you have to cook today, or you want your food?
Not cook today. Tomorrow.
Okay, love. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Because
So you're still on live?
Yeah, I'm still on live. I didn't put you on there, babe. The camera's on this way. You know, the camera projecting this way. I said people are so afraid to be on camera. But anyway, the story goes. So we removed the girl. So we got her on a. We got both girls into foster home, and then and that's the same years that I have to deal with my own family turmoil. So I was ordered to go live anonymously. So I took this before kids. I have the times, and so I just left towns and left my job, and just go start a new life somewhere else. So the moral to the story is that so that day when she said, "Oh, I know her," so then she stood up, said, "You, Vanna, I know you, Vanna Inn, I know you rescued me and my sisters, and because you had inspired me so much is that when you were gone, she became of age and she got married. She went back to school. Oh no, she went to school and get her degree, and she became social worker. And she said, well, because of you, I went to school and become a social worker, because I love the fact the kind of work that you do, that you'll be able to come out and help young people and help the family. So he said, so she introduced me to the stakeholder. It was like a stakeholder meeting among the community leaders. So she said, I want you to know this woman right here have saved my life. I'm doing better now. I have my own son. I'm married now. I'm happy now. But what she did to help me and my sisters is unforgettable. So, they recognize me by voice. So I'm so thrilled to learn that. I mean, the kind of impact that we imprint on people's life. Sometimes it's just a small gesture, a small kindness, a small service. It doesn't have to be a lot. It doesn't cost anything to help, to love, and to make an impact. Or the mantra say, "Who am I making a difference?" So with that experience, it always like a plague in my heart where when we work to save human life, it changed their life. It changed, not change everybody in the community, but if we can affect and change one or two lives, and then 40 years, 30 years later, someone can recognize you and say, hey, you were there for me, and I remember you. Even I'm little, I said, remember you, I remember you, I didn't remember your first name, call me my first name. I'm sorry, I didn't even recognize you. No, you don't recognize me. Yeah, I was just a baby, but then I recognized you. That's an amazing story. That's what make me feel like the work I do in the community is so valuable. It's not about just me taking care of my family, taking care of my kids, to put the food on the table, or paying the bill, but it's gone beyond that scope of work. So that's why I value my language kindly, because it allows me to do that kind of work, to bridge the gap, to bring that beautiful connection, to allow to do the social service connections and help people get through the hardship. Let me sample my soup. It's about done. Okay, so it's good. The bitter melon started to excrete it, so I can feel the bitterness of the bitter melon, which is it's pleasant. Okay, if you enjoy the bitterness of it, but if you are not familiar with it, you will say, yeah, I feel you on that. That's how I was when I started it. So it took me a little while to like this bitter melon. Okay, but I should, because I grew up on this. But then it's never like my favorite. But so I cooked some noodle. My daughter make a boom bove. So I cooked some noodle right here, sweetheart.
I did soup. No.
You can have the soup without meat. It's in here. She used to be. But then I cooked some noodles. She sent me some noodles yesterday.
I have noodles.
But I cooked the noodles. Okay. So
When you're done,
a little bit.
You still talk to me. It's okay.
Yeah. You want to be on camera? You're welcome to. You have pretty face. You want to be on camera? You can.
Thank you.
This is a beautiful lady that I mentioned that she's a vegetarian. I'll make sure that I eat the vegetable. And she's trying to vegetarianize me, which I am a vegetarian formally, so I don't have issue with that. But she's been so kind cooking for me. And this morning she left me a bowl of like a really, really delicious uh, vegetable bowl. Okay, so I've been consuming that. Believe me or not, since I was on that vegetarian diet, I lost 4 pounds. You see that my skin is saggy even more, and my pants is getting big because so I need to do some more exercise to pump up a little bit because I don't like to get too skinny. So I'm down to about 17 pounds, which is about 45 years ago when I started, maybe 50 years ago when I weighed that much. And so yeah, the little transitions, it affect me. So, and then having vegetarian diet, that helped too. So, and then eating the bitter melon, she told me that the secret of the flat belly is to eat the bitter melon I'm cooking right now. Okay, so she doesn't cook her completely. She like to semi cooking it, so we still have the taste of the bitter melon. So whether it's true or not, let me tell you that it does work though. You know, I mean, I used to have a little belly. Now it's pretty flat, and I have to put belt on to keep my pants on. You know, so it does work. So you don't have to take my word for it and learn to like bitter melons. And if you consume this daily, you can do it as tea, add some sugar into it. If you can't stand the bitterness, or make soup like I do here, or stir fry with meat or tofu and put a lot of sauce in it, you know, to override the bitterness. But on that, I like it. I feel the flavor of the dry shrimps, the flavor of the winter melons or the bitter melons, and the chicken and the gingers and the garlic. Amazing. Okay, let me see if if the melon is done. I'll use the knife to taste to test it. But anyway, amazing. You know, I have so many stories to tell you. I mean, I can write a book, which I am writing a book. I wrote. It's called Woman Empowerment. Okay, it's not quite done yet. I'm at chapter 10, so I want to put 2 more chapters. So I'm not running out of ideas. I'm just trying to tie the story together. You know, so it will be available in electronic copy and hard copy when I'm done. It's called book by Vanna Inn, Empowering Woman, Asian Woman. So I have a book cover already, so I have outlines and everything. So I have 2 more chapters. I want to like do a little bit more elaboration. So when it's out, I'll let you know when it's out. So I'm looking forward to like get it out real soon. It's been a while. It's been like a year I'm doing this. So writing the book, I wanted to get everything right, the information that derived from me. It's reliable. Okay, because it's personal experience. You cannot Google someone's personal experience. Personal experience is gained from all the work that you have in the community, from the love that it's given, the love that is reciprocated from the community through building the gap, through connection, through the work, through the caretaking, through the referral, the resource, and all that. So this knowledge right here is not from the book. You know, it's from the personal gain experience of working in the community with the love that was given to me and reciprocate. So if I'm in Stockton, I don't have to cook, believe me or not. Okay, so the food will deliver to my house, the plant delivered to my house. They know where I live, I know where they live. So I'm mutual, you know. I'm certified parent educators and counselors, so I usually get referral from the judge, you know, with the hardcore gangs. And so I work with a lot of gang members too. You know, we came in for counseling. Sometimes I'm friend to a lot of those all those older gang members now. If I walk in the community, I never have to fear because they said, "Oh, we got your back, Miss In, we got your back. no worry. If you're in this turf, you'll be fine. If you're on that turf, you're fine because I work with everybody. So, so it's funny because uh, in 2020, it was in the mid of doing the census 2020. So we got special grant from the government to work with the hard to reach community, meaning the community that does not respond to the census. So we have to go door to door and meeting the community. They don't know we us already, but we just need to be out there to help them um, fill out the response. And a lot of people don't know what it is, they just toss it away. So we have form, we had tablet that we just do online and submit for them. And a lot of people are not computer savvy, and a lot of older generation didn't read or didn't understand the process of, um, of the census work. So we have to educate them so that way they trust the government that if the information will be sealed, that they be safe to report family members that are not legal, So we work, and then before we did the work, so it was a lot of implementation, a lot of planning in the community, networking and all that for those. And then all of a sudden, COVID-19 struck. So everything like disastrous. We can't go out into the community door to door anymore. So we do a lot of phone banking and a lot of phone calling. So people would call to help. So we make phone calls. So we have like phone data bank, and some of that phone numbers don't work. So we can sit at the office all day and dial those old phone numbers. The landline numbers is not even working anymore. They don't upgrade the phone list or the phone bank. So it's like a lot of work. So the government extended the census. Instead of ending in April, it was ending in July, and trying to get people count as much as possible. And it was a lot of work involving, and then so when COVID came, then we have to deal with the vaccinations and all that. It was a lot of work, and we got considerable amount of grant to do that, and I was busy that we was able to end with the census, and then start with the vaccinations, which was mandated at the time. Now people said, don't give me vaccination. So I got vaccinated 3 times, and then I don't do the 4th one. I said, I'm done, I'm cool. So, anyway, so I have a lot of story to tell just by working in the community. That's why, I'm here. We talk too much, but because that is actually is a story that I gained from working in the community. Like I said, if I live in Stockton, I won't be cooking. The food will be served. If I walk in the community, even Latino community, even African community or Black community, if I'm in the southern Stockton, South Stockton, where I also work, where the neighborhood where people don't want to walk through, people don't want to be in because of gang infestations and all that. My coworker will walk through. Well, the neighborhood, sometimes it's too hot, they'll bring the umbrella for us, and when it's too hot, they bring bottle of water. So see, when you do something good to people, people are not being mean. You don't let the dog and chase you, nothing like that. I never experienced that. One time I got bite that because that little chihuahua, she got out of her little cage and she attacked me. But I didn't do anything. I just got myself treated, and it was okay. Other than that, I never experienced any kind of traumatic experience with people. Because people know that we came as friends, as their supporter. They don't, just like people riding on the canoe, they're not trying to make a hole in the canoe. They want to keep the canoe as whole, so that way they can roll the canoe. But if they make hole on the canoe and they get sinking, because the water will eventually fill up. So same thing as community worker. We are just like the boat. Okay, we afloat, we keep everything afloat, we keep people connected. We transported people from one end of the riverbank to another end of the riverbank, and make sure that they got on the other side of the riverbank safely. If they need medical, get medical. Need food stamp, if they qualify, get it. If they have kids that need to be enrolled, need immunization, need health care, whatever housing need, we we help implement, we help connect, we provide resources. And who gonna come and hurt somebody who's doing that kind of work? No. For 35 something years working in the community, I have nothing but admirations and respect and love. I have so many friends that if I go to Stockton, I'll go quietly. But if you know that I'm in Stockton, people say, oh, so you're in Stockton. So why don't you come and visit us? So the saddest story is this young lady, I never met her in person, but I'm always on the phone with her, and she was she married to a 90-year-old. She's in her 40, so she was brought from Cambodia here. So she has such a sad story because she never been to school. She's been here 10 years, no green card, no stability, no education. So she didn't speak a word of English. She can't spell her street name. She can't give the phone number. She can't spell her name. So I always being her moderators and everything I do. And then she got real sick. And when I moved here, I never got to see her. She made one last trip to Cambodia. Some of her friends pay for her trip, so she went to Cambodia, and after she returned back to America, she passed away. And she called me before she got real sick. Oh, Mom, sister, I have brought back some dry fish, and I'm gonna put in the freezer, but I want to see you. I never seen you. I always hear you on the phone. I wonder how you look like. So I said, do you have iPhone? So then I have her daughter connect on the virtual call, and oh, you said you in your 60? At the time I was like 58. You don't look your age. I'm only 47. Look, my teeth are all gone. Sister, you look a lot younger than I am. I didn't know you're looking this young, So look at me, she looked terrible. And then, so a few months later, I never heard her calling. So I called the number, so no one picked up. So I heard the news that she passed away. So I was heartbroken because I never gotten to meet a person in person, but she passed away. I was so sad, And, so that's the kind of thing that get me, because whether you are there in spirit or in physical, when you connect with people, you have that bond, The bonding is bring the rapport, the relationship, the trust. So yeah, so the work in Stockton was part of my life. And when I moved here, I started nostalgic so badly. I miss Stockton so badly, but I need to be here for my family. After my dad passed and the kid graduated from high school, and my daughter said, Mom, being a single woman, you need to come over here, so you can live with us and become a full-time grandmother or something. So, but I still work online. I work as an interpreter. No, in fact, when I moved here, the agency allowed me to work remotely from Las Vegas to Stockton, California. So I work across the state lines also. So then when everything back to normal, where everybody were ordered to go back to the office about 2 years later, and my coworker got really jealous because I'm the only one who worked remotely from out of state. So they got really jealous and said, well, we're not going to come to work in the office